Hi, I'm Veronica.
I'm Kate,
And you're watching Valkyries Say Less.
Are we ready?
We're ready.
Okay. 1, 2, 3. Valkyries. Valkyries. This is Raina.
And Vanessa.
And this
welcome.
is Valkyries Say Less.
And by that, you know, we really mean we're going to say so much
more. We're going to say too much, as we always do. We're two SF teachers, parents, educators. I already said teachers. We're former basketball players. We're trying to be entrepreneurs. It's really fun. Artists all day. And we are currently on the road, as are the Valks. Where are you, Vanessa?
Yes. I'm in the French Alps, as one of our listeners and one of our friends said, Ballhalla. And so I'm in the French Alps, now dubbed Ballhalla. And I am here for an extended summer, missing my Valks, but love watching them on TV. I've discovered a whole new joy of, the joy of watching TV with just watching the Valks on TV, please.
Where are you? There's much joy in figuring out where to watch them, but I love Eric Apricot. That's part of his little synopsis of the day, is where we can find them on TV. And my ticket person sent me my code. If you're a season ticket holder, you get a code for the League Pass for free.
Totally.
And that's running out on time. I think it ends 27th is when that code will end. And then I've been using YouTube and just trying to find it wherever I could. And yeah, the Valks have been on the road. They just finished up in Indiana and are heading home. Do you want to talk about?
Yes. Yeah, I'd love to talk about 8 wins. We just hit 8 wins, 5 wins on the road. So we are surpassing everything right now, and so thrilled to go. I mean, Ballhalla is back in effect this weekend with the 18th and the 20th against the Mystics, and everyone's
and Bastille Day. Do you want to talk about that?
Bastille Day. Oh yeah. So typically Bastille Day is on the 14th of July, but the French Chamber of Commerce is hosting a Bastille Day celebration in San Francisco at the Embarcadero on the 18th. And we've been in communication with the Valkyries. They're awesome. They're going to donate some signed photos for a raffle for the Bastille Day celebration. And I believe they're also going to be at a booth. And so that way we are connecting the French community even further with the Valkyries.
Woo.
Bravo.
How do we get a booth?
Ooh,
I want to know. Talk to the consulate and let us know.
Okay, next year we'll get a booth.
And some other news. Okay, so not only are we record-breaking 8 streaks in a row, that's the longest streak, and we also kept the Indiana fever to a record low. What was that, 75?
Yes.
The other night?
Yes.
We're also starting book club. Look at us with our books.
Our Caitlin is better than their Caitlin.
And curses less.
I keep it posy.
Yes. And so to work on our positivity, we're going to appreciate the history of women's basketball. Vanessa and I have started Court Queens. We're holding it up in the video if you're watching. To our audio only people, it's a beautiful orange book full of beautiful photographs, historic.
It's very heavy.
It's just breathtaking. It's hard to get through because you just get stuck in the photographs. I just love it. And so we have reached out to Jordan Robinson, who's one of the authors. Maybe we'll reach out to Emma Bastille.
Emma Bacciolari.
Yeah. We've reached out to Jordan for some tidbits to ask if she's interested in doing a little book reading.
She wants to pop in on our book club. We want to host 2 book clubs, one digital, one in person. Probably not till end of August. So more on that. Get your book if you haven't gotten it yet, and begin reading. So that way, end of August, we can start with a Zoom. And that way, I believe Jordan, if it works with her schedule, is going to be able to join. I asked her if she had a book club guide already. She does not have that yet. So as 2 teachers, maybe we will also create a book club guide that we can share with her. And then hosting on IRL, hopefully at Ricky's, because, we're obsessed, at the end of August or in September, maybe during FIBA. Of course, we'll be glued to our TVs, but maybe we'll take time to meet it during FIBA.
Yes, that'd be great. And it is a little pricey, but It's supporting independent authors, and
Worth it. Hashtag
it's
worth it.
It's so worth it.
It's so
Hashtag worth
it.
every kilogram in your suitcase.
Thank
so
you.
carried it all
Yes.
the way to France.
Why did I decide that was the best move for me to do? But thank goddess I did. I'm here for so long, and I love having a gorgeous coffee table book to schlep with me everywhere on all the trains, bring to the lakes. Anyways, get your book if you haven't gotten it and join our book club.
Okay.
I know it really makes me so excited because I was like, oh, it's another thing that we are going to be able to do to build the community joy.
Yeah. And it's just, stick a bird on it. In Portlandia, we're going to stick a holla on it, and it's Ballhalla. I think one of our friends coined that.
Great.
Ballhalla.
Great.
Just stick a holla on everything.
Love. Okay, what's another thing that we're excited about? What could we talk about?
Our Pride article went almost as viral as we're going to get, I think. Hopefully we'll get more viral. But it really caught a little flame, and it had over 69,000 views yesterday when I checked.
Just on
Instagram. Just on Instagram. So people are really feeling the pride of San Francisco.
Yes.
We're not going to bow to homophobia.
Let me take a moment.
Comments on that. Go ahead.
I want to thank you. I want to thank you because I feel like you did more heavy lifting on this particular article. Like, I feel like I laid a foundation in terms of an initial draft, and then you did what you do beautifully is you just breathed into it, all the details and all the quotes that you got from all the people you contacted. And it is awesome. And it is, I just want to say bravissima to you because I really appreciated it.
Thank you. And you brought the photos, so bravissima to you as
okay.
well.
The
photos but they just filled the article, and I think that's like that landing photo by who's the photographer?
TJ Valentin. Thank you, TJ. He is a professional photographer at the Valkyries. He's asked us to collaborate on a couple different posts, which we've accepted because his photos are beautiful. And we reached out to him to say, we're not yet so rich and famous that we can pay what you deserve, but we will be able to give you, many credits if you would like to put your work out there in our article, which you did. So
as we're doing now.
Yeah.
And also the article, to be fair to everyone, was really easy to write and put together. One, because of the structure you put out there. It was sort of like attaching the muscles to the bones. And also the queer community just showed up and was like, we have something to say about this moment where the Giants are having a tough time dealing with their homophobia. And people got back to me super quick with their responses. And so all those people that responded and shared their perspective and their experience of Ballhalla as just a beautiful place to be queer. And the queers just make the party better.
1,000% say less. That's just it. But in terms of saying more, I would say as a local San Franciscan, real disappointed in the Giants. I mean, yes, they made a massive mistake, but that's not the only problem. They made a mistake, but then instead of like showing that they could do better and like using it as a real learning moment in the organization, they continued to dig their awful homophobic hole. And the response from Mr. Posey, the response from the president, it's just like a big thumbs down. And I love that there's like a whole Dear Giants like letter writing campaign, which is, all the people, straight, gay, whatever, but being like, excuse us, this is not okay. Can you do better? Because we are no longer season ticket holders. Anyways, just going to say, I really appreciate.
So that was our letter to the Giants. Yeah.
And thank goddess for the Valkyries just living the values that we believe in terms of radical, inclusive joy.
Yes, that's what it's all about. That's why we're doing this.
All right. Moving on.
All right.
What's another topic?
Well, today's episode is about Justé. Is there anything other than
we have another article coming out soon. We have another article coming out soon with Vanessa&Raina, our French local media collab partner. This one is again for the French community, kind of like a profile piece on Gabby Williams with a clip of a short interview with her, because when we had all the questions that we were going to pose her, they came in saying, "We're so sorry, but Gabby was running a little bit late because her treatment lasted longer, so you can only ask 2 questions." Did we ask 2? Absolutely not. We asked 4. Anyways, we have that
French
article and video.
but they couldn't tell because it was in French. And way to use every moment of your time to bring out the best in our players. We saw that with your Janelle interview, and how different people are when they can speak their most comfortable language and not be forced to speak English all the time. And so it was really cool to see Gabby. I mean, she's super binational, bilingual, just yeah, it was just really cool to see her switch into gear and speak French. I couldn't understand everything, but I'm looking forward to the video. Yeah.
After we interviewed her is when I read, I don't remember the date, but I read the Chronicle did a whole piece on her. And that was great because it was like full of background information. But one of the things that stood out to me was that she did not start speaking French like from birth. She picked it up, you know, like as less than 10-year-old from her grandma. But I was very impressed because she really is like fluent, and so it was a reminder of how language learning is an important muscle that one can, you know, start building at any time, not just when you are a wee baby.
Yeah, as my master's degree in adolescent learning of a second language says, it's not easy. It's much easier to learn as a baby, as you're doing with your little ones. But it's possible. She seemed very comfortable in French.
I tip my purple beret to your masters. My purple beret, which we might as well say, I have a suitcase full of berets that I'm bringing.
Might as well
take this opportunity.
Have to do a reveal of that.
I have 2 different shades of purple, and I already have people who have reached out on Instagram to be like, how can I secure my purple beret? And I think I need to get more. I'm going back to Paris next week, and I think I need to get more berets. So noted. Mama has a plan.
Noted.
Noted.
I have about 5 yards of embroidery string. So another collabo in the making in August. We'll be sewing. Maybe we could sew online. I taught at an embroidery class once upon a time. Let's do it. Okay. Let's get into Justé. Justė Jocytė.
Okay. Where do we start? Well, what bubbles to the top for you?
Bubbles to the top. Well, my Lithuanian basic beginner course didn't lead to much. I was hoping we could do like a sort of a get to know you piece using Lithuanian. But let's start with a basic question of like, who is she? Where are you from?
Great.
What's your name? So let's go there.
Okay.
Pretending we're having a little basic conversation to get to know Justé. So she's known as who is she? What is her name? Her name has been challenging for the Bay Area. We don't have a lot of exposure to Lithuanian. In my brief study, I noticed that it has some similarities to Spanish, with like the tu being informal. Yes and no questions start with AR, like are you president? So some similarities, but it's a very old language, and
it's a Baltic country.
Yes.
Just putting it out there in case people want to be able to situate it on a map.
Europe. Yes.
And it is near Poland and Belarus. Just putting it out there. I think I always love geography, so I'm always like, tell me where it is, show me a map. This is where
the American education system does not love geography. So I'm happy you're pointing that out. For the people that didn't learn how to draw the whole map of the world like some countries do.
Yes.
We focus on the 50 states. It's really an injustice to the rest of the world. We just grow up not learning about all the countries. So look it up. It's a fascinating history. But back to Justé. So she was actually not born in Lithuania. She was born in
DC.
In DC. Washington, DC, the capital of the United States. Everyone knows where that is. So she was born here. Her parents are both from Lithuania, and they went back there. And then she was raised in Lithuania. I'm rushing through it. And then at the very young age of 14, went to
went to the motherland.
You get to say this because you're wearing your beret.
Went to France. She went to Lyon. She was invited to join the Tony Parker Academy in Lyon, which is a coveted situation to be in. He hand selects, the different players that are coming. And he also very early recommended that she go pro. And so she left her home country. She was not fluent in French when she went there. And she just decided, because she had the dream of playing for, pro in Europe and then also the WNBA, that this was a smart decision in terms of cultivating her basketball expertise.
Yes,
we agree.
Definitely.
Turns out we agree.
So we agree. And another basketball family. I'm holding my brother's basketball. Forgive me, it's not a 20 women's basketball, but that's where we are. Her brothers also played basketball. Her brother, her little brother, he played at Manhattan College. Her dad played in Nebraska.
Yeah.
So a basketball family. Her uncle played at East Carolina. Is that right? Yeah, her uncle. And her mom is one of her, biggest supporters in this whole adventure. I don't think her mom played ball. I didn't read about that. But
her dad was the one who helped guide her actual basketball playing, as well as the business side of her career. And then her mom has been just the heart and soul in terms of rock, supporting her and so forth, very important presence, both of them in her young life. She's only 20. I mean, this is another example of, we are in deep admiration of these women that are, significantly younger than we are, since we're over the mid-40s.
No, my kid's 16. I can't imagine my kid being off in another country playing. So, bravo to the parents there. Alvidas Jocytė is the dad. And then if you want to follow Justé's mom, she has an Instagram and posts pictures. They were just in San Francisco in front of the Golden Gate Bridge, and at the game they look like they're in the same section as my buddy in the 100 sections. So shout out to them. They're enjoying San Francisco, it looks like. The mom's name is Aurelia. J-A. Aurelia. That makes another connection to Spanish, 100 Years of Solitude. Aurelia, but with a J at the end, and her last name is Jocytė. So interesting. The name thing in Lithuania is a whole video you can watch. It changes with gender. It changes with the type of question. It's really an interesting language. So Jocytė is the dad's last name. The mom's last name is Jocytė. I'm not saying that correctly. Jocyena. And then we have Justė. We're trying to learn how to say Justé's last name. So Justé is being called JJ, I think, by her teammates, and called Justice by KT, which is are you cool with that? And she is, what's her nickname? Tell everybody the nickname in case they don't know. In case they're on the East Coast learning about the Valkyries.
Called the baby-faced assassin. Is that maybe my favorite nickname I've ever heard? It's up there. I mean,
it's very,
I love it. I love it because she looks like a ballerina with a big bun. She, is youthful and very poised, and she is an assassin because she is a killer on the court. And she has been named by several folks on both sides of the Atlantic as one of the next, best basketball stars to watch, which I'm like, that's a lot to carry.
It is.
So I'm very impressive with her general vibe, because classic Valkyries, she comes with a lot of humble, kind, thoughtful, also a multiple type Swiss Army knife player. She was playing a certain way in Europe. We believe from what we're seeing that she is going from a shooting guard to a point guard. Is that
to a point guard? Yeah, she's very Coach Nakase type, and very versatile. And we had the inside little look at that at the practice in Oakland.
That's right.
I went over there and I was watching her. So we'll insert some footage of that, of her practicing, and she was running point. in the Stay Ready game, which is the extra little scrimmage after practice. All the other players and Coach Nakase was watching carefully. She keeps mentioning these Stay Ready games at practice as very important to see how players are progressing and integrating themselves into the system. And she was, she's running all the same plays as Veronica Burton and Caitlin Chen. We have a deep bench. I mean, for how little the bench is in the W, it's deep. We have healthy players and we have great talent. And so
Totally.
we're not going to sleep on Justé. It's not because she's bad that she's not playing. It's because she is in the wings getting ready. So if you compare her to, like, if we had kept Flauge Johnson, who's getting 28 minutes a game, or Olivia Miles, who's just getting boosted out there. She was the second pick of first round this year. This was our first round pick of last year as an expansion team. So we were pick number 5. We have very precise expertise in scouting out international players. So this is not, we're not sleeping on her. I think people are getting a little eager to see her breakout.
It's on Facebook, it's on Reddit. People are analyzing, her small minutes of play thus far and wondering what's going on. We know that she's played in 9 games with, anywhere from like 2 minutes all the way up to 16 minutes. We were anticipating, I think we were all anticipating more minutes, but then of course the rotations that have been being played are awesome and everyone's winning. So there's also no reason to like shake that up. And in the beginning, we did hear Nakase talk about how she was hoping she was going to come in as like in the fourth quarter, someone who could like change the vibe, like as needed. She was not going to be playing, necessarily a lot of minutes leading up to the fourth, but if we needed to throw her in the fourth, that she was going to be fresh and she was going to be able to radically alter a trajectory. And so that's interesting also to think of, like, she's 20 years old and she's being put in the fourth quarter to, swing in the opposite direction as needed. So that's one thing.
And that's what we saw in her debut. Her first moment on the court, it was beautiful. It was, I think, May 25th, right? I forgot who they were playing, but she got in the fourth quarter and she didn't even have to dribble. She just caught the ball, put it up and made her first 2 points, 2 for 2 right off the bat.
That was awesome.
Or 1 for 1. It was awesome. And she got a standing ovation, which is just like so Ballhalla. Ballhalla.
I know, it's great.
So beautiful.
It's one thing.
We'll put some of her practice stuff in here because she's up and coming, someone to watch.
Totally. And like she was saying, okay, so here's some interesting facts, but like she was very inspired by Marine Johannes. So another French player who plays for the Liberty, who
Gabby Williams' fiance.
Gabby Williams. And she would watch just like all the videos about her and like study her. And so that's, Marine is known as a magician. And she also, like Justé, is known for making some very magical shots where, it might be off balance and so forth, and then they go in. So that's one thing. But she was saying in terms of the W that one of the things was also she knows like the physicality, and she, for, a lot of her professional career in France, was still growing. And so that was something that coaches talked about, and that she was going to need to muscle it up. And I think that's something that's happening. We saw that happen with Paige, even from Paige Becker's, beginning of her first year in the W till now. With our younger players, there's a part of like they get into the W and then you're like, okay, let's add on some muscle so that we can play hard in the paint.
And after last year's injuries, I think Coach Nakase's stress on health is what we're seeing here as well. Is that you don't want to throw someone in there unnecessarily before they're totally ready.
Totally.
I mean, we're seeing it with Olivia Miles. Like, she's gotten a lot of free reign to take some chances.
Oh my God, I love her.
Drive into traffic. I know, she's great.
I love everything about her.
Yeah,
it's like,
so I can't wait to see that happen for Justé when she has that free reign to sort of make her own mature decisions in what Coach Nakase has.
And it was interesting because in the 23-24, Europe season, she went through also like a major health issue. She ended up having, she had a hip issue, and then she ended up having surgery in January. And it was it was a very serious rehab situation because she had to almost like relearn how to walk and stuff, and was not playing ball until August. And so
23, 24, yeah.
Yeah.
Huh.
And so she's
and she
fine
just
now.
she sprained her ankle. Did they win the championship, Girona? She was playing for Girona and
Yeah, no.
she sprained her ankle. She turned her ankle and then she
Yeah,
came
yeah,
in and people are like, "Oh, is it serious?"
Yeah.
On the Reddit, people were worried, but she recovered
Yeah.
from that pretty quickly.
Yeah.
So I think she's pretty healthy.
I think she's healthy. And I think she came in and she had studied like the playbook. So, and she'd watched a lot of the footage. And so Nikase also like was like, okay, it's good. She already knows things. We're not starting from scratch. But I think she's learning how to play with all the different players, because it's it's a whole new chemistry, camaraderie situation, and she's acclimating. I think we're in an acclimating phase.
What do you think about her? I don't know if you read anything about it, but like her deciding to not go to the NCAA, because obviously she was good enough and she was trained from a very young age, from 14, in the professional atmosphere. But did you see anything with her speaking French about why she stayed in the French league and didn't come to the US?
No, I did not. I mean, I think if you're not thinking about going to college in America, like if you're not American, it's not like the next step, because you can just go pro in Europe and then you can be a pro in the W.
You're already pro. Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's not something that crosses folks' mind, I think, outside of the US to come to the NCAA first.
I wonder if that'll change with how the name, image, and likeness payments are kind of becoming they're sort of professional. Like you're able to not just get a scholarship, but get paid in college. I wonder if we'll attract more international players in the women's sphere.
Or, well,
as
it
women's
might,
basketball grows and there's more money thrown at it.
They also might just go directly to the W. Like I think the W is going to be seeing a lot more international players, since the rules are different. Since you can join younger. Yeah. You can join younger if you're coming from overseas.
We still don't understand that rule completely. But it seems to be working for the Valkyries, that you can be, you have to have graduated. If you're an American player, you have to have graduated from college, from four-year university, or be 22. And then international players can come over.
Doesn't really seem right.
Apparently.
Yeah. Because we had Carla late last year, who also same thing, was like less than 20.
It's the first time we talked about that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
I was going to do any final thoughts on Justé.
My final thoughts would be Achu.
You learned Lithuanian. Achu. Thank you.
Correct.
Yes.
Achu means thank you. And we've got a Lithuanian player on our team. What an amazing opportunity to learn a couple Lithuanian words. So ačiū is thank you, a very important word to learn in another language. And there's the other very important word is just hello.
Hello. I don't remember hello. You're testing my basic study of Lithuanian. I'm failing.
Okay, here we go. All right, so if we were going to see Justé, the first thing that I would like to say is labas.
Labas. I think of Abba, like father. Labas. Okay.
Yeah.
Labas and ačiū is easy to remember because in English, it's like sneezing a thank you to someone. Sneezing gratitude. We'll remember it as ačiū. So thank you, ačiū, Justé. Final thoughts about her game or her outlook on life, why she's a good match for the Valkyries.
Okay, thank you for asking.
Yes. Okay.
Okay, my final thoughts are we need to be patient. She is a young player who has proven that she is dedicated, has an incredible work ethic, also, has that like magic that not everyone can even, work to get. So she's like a hard worker. She's putting in the time. She's also just has some like brilliant, basketball energy. And I think we just need to trust the process
Yeah,
and
she's
be
dedicated her life
patient.
to this. Yeah. And she's
Yeah.
I mean, I think a foul shot says a lot about a person, and she has a very high
Say
shot.
more. Okay.
Her free throw percentage is like above 90, I'm going to say. I researched that. I don't know what it is now. I don't think she's shot
Bravissima.
any free throws in the W. I don't know what her W average is, but
Mhm.
she was 90%.
Okay,
That's
huge.
just very symbolic of her mentality and her focus and,
Yes.
her fortitude. I think she's a wonderful match for the Valkyries because of her poise.
Yeah.
And just that, like, she's not a game change. She's not like a sports switcher. Like, oh, I'll try basketball. She's been doing basketball her whole life. And what's magical to
Mhm.
me as like, former athlete is that, and having siblings and a dad who played in the NBA, is that she's in this like realm of patriarch of basketball, like a basketball family.
Mhm.
And her uncle made it to Division I ball in East Carolina, and her dad was playing, and her brother made it to Manhattan College. But like when you click on her brother's articles at Manhattan College, it's like,
Oh.
yes, he has a similar shot to his sister. Like he has a, a a three-pointer to close the games, and then there's like a whole section on Justé of like and his famous
Yes.
sister. And so she's sort of like the new matriarch of the family of basketball. Like
Incredible.
he's made it to the WNBA, which is just amazing. Her brother's playing, to be fair, her brother's playing professional for Lithuania and was a champion of a 3-on-3 in September for FIBA. So he had the closer shot. So he is
Okay.
also a wonderful basketball player,
Yeah.
but yeah, to be in a basketball family with siblings, especially male siblings, it can be hard. So I'm just so proud of her as a woman athlete to
Mm,
show up and like
mm,
prove
mm,
herself that
mm, mm.
she's next level, bringing the
Next
family name to the
level.
next level. Yeah, awesome.
I know. I feel like
Um,
we're gonna see such greatness, and it's like we're in
uh-huh.
the moment before
Mhm.
seeing. It's like we're like if we're gardening, we're like
Yeah,
seed planting. She is like starting to sprout, but we haven't seen the full like incredible wildflower garden situation that we're gonna get
right,
with her,
right.
like as
Yeah.
she continues to grow and develop and like
Hmm.
like connect with everybody else and chemistry. So,
Yeah. So yeah,
okay.
I would say to the fans out there of Justé, like our eagerness to see her breakout moment, don't let it turn to frustration. I think there's a plan. She was our first draft pick last year. She's very young.
Totally.
Coach Nakase has a plan. Our bench is deep, and she's playing hard in the practices. So,
Yeah.
and she's just a woman of fortitude. She is, babyface assassin. So there's
Baby
great things to
faced
come.
assassin. Oh
Yeah,
my
she's
goddess.
not baby in the corner. She is just being developed. Um,
Yes.
so I can't
Okay.
wait to see her break out. I'm very eager as well, but I'm not going to let it
Okay.
frustrate me. All right, our last segment is to choose a song. I was just pulling out my phone to see if I had mine open. I have a
I
good
was
one.
already
Do you have a
dancing.
song? Do you have a
You
song for?
say
Oh,
I only hear what I want to. Just a
Lisa Loeb.
classic. Lisa
You
Loeb.
stay.
You
Okay.
stay. You
Mine's a different vibe, but I like that. That's for our generation. Um, and this is Kid Leroy, which I've listened to probably 500 times with my oldest kid in the car. It's 5 years old, but I think the young people will recognize it more than Lisa Loeb, maybe. But the 90s are back, or is
Yeah.
Lisa Loeb from the 2000s?
It's hard. They like kind of all, blend a bit, but I would say when I think of her, I think of late 90s.
Okay, so this is Kid Leroy. So this is from More Today.
I love that song.
Yeah, the lyrics are, I know I can't find nobody else as good as you. I need you to stay. We need you stay. We need you to stay. It's a
Yes.
great pun.
Yes.
Oh, yes, love it. I need you to stay.
Okay.
We need you to stay.
Oh,
Okay.
that makes me want to go dance right away.
Yes. to Lisa Loeb and Kid Leroy. All of
I mean,
the
Lisa
dance party.
Loeb
That
made-
is
I
Ballhalla
kind
right
of-
there in a nutshell.
Yes, classic. The combination. I was like, let me actually tuck myself in with Lisa Loeb and let me go dance the night away
Yes, yes.
with Kid Leroy.
Okay, well, we're signing off from New Jersey and you in the Alps.
From the Alps.
Enjoy that clean air. We're
Okay,
all
thank
connected
you.
and there's a lot of people
And
in
we
the
always
smoke.
have to say achoo. Thank you to
Achoo.
our awesome listeners, commentators, people sending us
Yes. Thank
messages
you,
on the
listeners.
DMs. You guys are awesome. We appreciate you so much.
Our
And
audio listeners.
always like
YouTube.
Yes.
Yeah, if you're on
Yes.
audio, we're also on YouTube if you want to see our faces and like our gestures and Vanessa's fabulous
our
outfit.
outfits.
Have we mentioned
My-
Mariah enough?
I don't think we've mentioned it enough, but anyways, they're coming back. I will grab more berets next week in Paris so that I can,
Racing French stereotypes. Is that what we're doing? Just
well, you know,
like Ballhalla
Pur-
Frenchy.
purple beret. We're playing Prince. It's nonstop.
Oh, lovely. All right,
Uh-huh.
lavender,
All right.
lavender love. Always
There we
waiting
go.
violet. All right,
Always.
thank you, everyone. Are we doing our little chant at the end? Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3. Valkyries. Valkyries. All right, we're signing off. This is Raina.
And Vanessa.
And this is Valkyries.
Thank you.
Say less.
Achoo.
Achoo. Peace up.